In London, a group of dedicated Syrian activists raised the flags of the Syrian revolution. They came here to protest the chemical attack carried out by the Syrian regime on the people of Khan Sheikhoun town in Idlib, where tens of women and children were gassed to death.
It's a systematic strategy for the Syrian regime to target civilian structures in general. They go for whatever demonstrates an alternative for extremism and destruction.
Statements of condemnation were the subject of their banners. No pictures of the victims of the chemical attack were brought here. They believe that the world has grown desensitized towards the heartbreaking images from Syria, and therefore they resorted to only using words.
Assad has no future in the reconstruction process. It's quite evident right now that he's unable to govern the country. The regime-controlled territory is hardly controlled by the regime, it's controlled by foreign militias, gangs and thugs. The idea that he has any role to play in rebuilding the country that he's destroyed is ludicrous.
And shortly after the British government's quick response to condemn what it called an appalling chemical attack, 10 Downing Street downplayed the option of a military action against Syria. It rather called for an international investigation into the attack, a response that is deemed shameful by the activists.
نحن اليوم متواجدين هون بوقفة هاي الاعتصامية أمام المؤتمر اللي عملوه أزلام النظام لنندد بالمجزرة الكيماوي اللي صارت البارحة ولنقول إنه هدول باجتماعهم هن اليوم هن مشاركين مع النظام بهاي الجرائم وهن موافقينه على عم بيصير. يعني مو معقول جرائم وجثث أطفال بالأراضي واليوم هن جايين يجتمعوا ويوقفوا مع النظام السوري. هذا أبدا مرفوض.
Simultaneously on that day, the European Center for the Study of Extremism held an international conference titled Syria from Destruction to Reconstruction. Only representatives from the Assad regime were invited to share their thoughts on Syria's future, an act that the activists believe to be strongly biased to the oppressive regime. The Assad regime counts on platforms like these to justify his crimes in Syria, while the Syrian community in London continues its protests to reveal the truth. Wafa, Zaidan, Orient News, London.